It's incredible that you actually would say that. Because
I'm
you
asking
know
why.
very well, the last time we've spoken, you know very well, you never spoke as a British person. You said, why don't you stop bombing us?
Yeah.
Well, no, and you say, what did you say? For the whole world to see. No, we're not going to have dignity. Who is we? Do you think that a real British person would say that? And the reason why I say it's so amazing that you believe that people of Greenland should have a right to decide their own destiny, because it's the same with people of Europe having their right. Because just like Americans want to invade Greenland, you are strangers who want to invade this place, and you show your intent for the whole world to see. You show the intent.
That's what he wants to do.
You show the whole intent, because you know very. I respected you. What did you say? No, we will not have dignity. When I spoke with you,
And
we
what
may
reason
have.
did
We
I
may
give?
have what?
What reason did I give?
The reason doesn't matter. A dignified
It does matter.
person
Always
will
matters.
die in dignity.
The reason always matters.
No.
Yes.
You show, with all due respect. So it's you support external nation like Greenlanders, and so they should have the right to determine their own destiny. Same way European people should have the right to determine their own destiny, because what you have manifested,
Right.
that you don't come here. You don't come here in the good intentions.
I come with good intention. I come with good intention.
You come in good intention.
Yeah,
No, but hold on. I'm speaking with this guy first.
How
Hold
you,
on.
homie?
Hold on. Let me.
Look.
No.
I come with good intention. How
All
you doing
right.
with
So
me?
allow me.
my bad.
So I'm asking you a question. Why would you say that?
Say
Why
what?
would you say that? That you're not going to be dignified. That you're not coming here in dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Okay. You're willing to hear the answer now, yeah?
I'm appalled that you would say it in the first place.
Yeah. Because first you're saying the answer doesn't matter.
I never
Now,
said that.
Yeah. You literally just said, okay, what was my reason for that? And you said it doesn't matter what the
Because
reason
what matters, you see, what matters that actually you would utter such words.
is. But then now you're asking me to explain.
Isn't it so that this country has afforded you and perhaps your family with the grace of living in a peace and prosperity?
Let's deal with one thing at a time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because you get very passionate, then
Passionate.
you get loud.
No, go ahead.
Being passionate is fine, but in a discussion, when you start speaking over the other person, then it becomes counterproductive, whether I do it or whether you do it.
All right, so let's have a calm conversation.
Yeah,
That's
let's
fine.
do
I can do it.
Well, let's do one point at a time.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned before the previous debate, there are points that you said that had legitimacy to it. But because we then started speaking over each other in the next one, it became performative. So how do we structure this? How can we structure this? So you make a
I
point,
ask you a question.
and then
Why
should we
would-
time it? Should we time it?
No,
Would that
I'll
be
give
better?
you can take as much time as you want.
Okay.
And I will not interrupt you.
Okay,
So here's my question.
right.
When I've spoken with you, you cannot. I'm hoping that you
Forget
never.
that. Do the new one.
Why would you?
Why would
Why
I?
would you identify yourself with, I believe, with other Muslims and say, no, we're not going to come here in dignity? Why would you utter such words? Do you realize that the West, when it accepts people out of compassion and want to accommodate refugees and other people, regardless of political upheavals? When people come here, they're accommodated with benefits, housing, anything they need, out of genuine, I'm speaking of regular citizens. They actually mean it. They mean it. They believe where people come from places which are hellholes.
You're talking about a past conversation. In order to deal with this point, we'll have to unravel what we discussed previously, yeah? And then I have to ask what you said, what I said. So ask me fresh. Ask me my view as we're having a new conversation and see where it
So,
goes
so you
from.
cannot recall your conversation?
I can recall my conversation,
Yeah.
but then I'll have to recall what you've said, and we're just going to have a repeat of what we did previously.
I called
Do you
on
want
you.
that?
Yes, I called on you
Yes.
to have dignity.
I've heard you. Okay, you want me to answer that, yeah?
Yes, please.
Right. So from what I recall, you got very passionate. You started swearing by saying, why are you effing coming over here? Have some dignity. Stay in your countries. Why do you want to come over here? And my response to you was, if you're bombing our country, you're pillaging our countries, no, we will not have dignity we will come over here and we will take our resources back.
Thank you.
That was my response
So
to that.
what
Now,
you
what do you
realize-
not understand from what I said?
Actually, I do understand very well. I understand that whatever evil has done to you in your own lands,
Yes.
you took it to your heart and you decide to act out of the same evil.
It's not
Instead,
the same.
of course, it's even worse.
Okay,
I
so
tell you what's even
one
worse.
country
You're right,
gets
it's not the
bombed.
same. It's not. It's
No,
worse. You know
one
why?
country gets bombed, and then you're equating that with refugees coming over here, earning, integrating, working hard, and boosting the country up. How on earth are you equivocating bombing of a country with refugees coming in? I don't understand.
First of all, let's agree on something. Again, you see, I told you I will not raise my voice or anything like this. I think you're misunderstanding something.
Clarify.
What matters is the intent that you disclose for the whole world to see.
Right.
You say you came here out of vengeance. When you don't have dignity, that means by default, you come here out of vengeance. You actually have hatred for this place. That's why you said here on camera then, and now you want to take something back. When you said it, you never meant to come here to enrich this place. You came here to corrupt this place.
Okay.
Now, hold on. And I'm taking an exception to what you're saying because there are genuine refugees from the places with no fault of the West whatsoever that they live in miserable places. And they come here in genuine intention. They seek shelter. When they come here, they appreciate this place and they actually want to make this place a better place, which by your own admission, you're not one of them.
Okay, so what you've done is you've taken the word dignity and you've extrapolated and added so much baggage to this word that you've literally changed the meaning of it. You are saying come in dignity, yeah? i.e. stay in your countries. I'm saying no, we, referring to the diaspora, referring to our parents, not us because we're born in this country, which last time, again, I'm having to refer to what we talked about last time. I said we're born in this country, which you're not. Yeah, so being born in this country, referring to our parents, no, if the word dignity is stay in your countries while they're being bombed and don't come over here because you shouldn't be allowed to come over here because Britain is all about staying British, I'm rejecting that premise. I'm saying no. If our countries are being bombed and continuously being bombed, we will come over here, especially if we are allowed to come over here and we're coming over here to obviously by enriching. You can't come here to destroy it because if you're looking at the statistics, when there was a study done, the highest group or one of the highest groups of people that are proud of being British, that have integrated, that have contributed financially, the numbers are there, the reports are there, are the Muslim people. And that was the problem that we had last time when I continuously asked you for proof. You didn't provide any proof. You kept going anecdotally. And you're putting baggage on this word of dignity. Dignity as how? As the far-right nationalists say, which is no, leave our country, regardless of who you are, regardless of what's going on. We want Britain to be about British. I'm saying, is that the term that you're taking for dignity? Or are you taking the term for dignity that, look, you come in this country to enrich it, to respect it, to live within it, and not to destroy it? If that's the term that you're taking, I'm saying not only do we agree with that, but we have proven that through the multiple polls that have taken place in this country, which demonstrates that at a very large degree.
I finished.
Yeah.
First of all, you manipulated the whole thing, which is fine. You usually do that, which is I don't mind. But let's go back to the core of the issue. Let's agree on something, because you misunderstood even that time what I was saying. First, let's ask the people of Europe if this is what they want, if they want you here. Okay? Let's ask people of Europe. I'm not talking with government. I understand that this government of Germany, government of France, protects minorities and turns against majority. Let's have a proper referendum, and I tell you what, I will publicly apologize on camera if it turns out that you're right. If people of Europe, indeed, this is what they want, and they want Muslim migration to this country, and this is how they want to. This is the direction want to take. Yes, I will apologize, and I would no.
Why just Muslim
No, hold on. I was not interrupting you. Don't interrupt me.
Okay. Let me know when you finished.
So what I'm saying to you, then I would like to put this to referendum if the people of Europe want Islamic migration to Europe. That's the first thing. Then, going back to what you were saying earlier, you manipulated the whole conversation. The conversation was that as a result of the bombing of the countries that you originate from, you say, no, we will not come in dignity, which shows you, I told you subconsciously, you actually committed what's called a Freudian slip. You showed that you have hostility to this place without even realizing, because no person who's born here, a genuine Brit, would ever say such a word. Do you understand that? You say it was a Freudian slip. Now, I don't blame you. I believe that probably your parents indoctrinated you to think of this place as a sick place or something's wrong with it.
You're making a lot of points.
You also made a lot of points.
I'm struggling to keep up.
You also made a lot of points.
I was responding to your one point.
The point
You're
was,
now making new points.
No. I'm showing you, I'm clearly making a distinction. For us to have an honest relationship, let's have it not between the government who will always support you, and even that means they become the enemy, that they find majority of society as enemy of the state. Let's have honest conversation between Muslims and the Europeans if their destiny is together or not.
Okay.
Would you support that?
Firstly, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's such a ignorant point that I honestly don't know where to start.
Ignorant.
Because Muslim is not a race. They are not individuals that have come from outside. There are hundreds and thousands of Muslims that are English, British, yeah, people, but French. We're talking about Britain for now. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to send them off to? This is such a moot point.
No.
You said you were going to let me finish, and you made so many points.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So when you say Muslims, how are you going to identify who a Muslim is? Through the color of their skin, through what they believe in, through what this. It's just not going to work.
It's going to work perfectly.
Let me just finish.
People landed on the moon.
Let me just finish. If you have so many English people to say, yeah, we have to now send them back. Send them back where? They're from this country. What are you talking about? Yeah, send the Muslims away. Anyone can become Muslim. You can become Muslim. Your son can become Muslim. What, you're randomly going to send them off as if there's the Oriental trope of them being from Arabia or Asia? So that's the first point. Doesn't make sense. Secondly, when you're talking about Freudian slip, I don't think you understand what that point means.
I know exactly
what it means. A Freudian slip is when you make a mistake and you say something that you did not intend to make, but it reveals something about your unconscious mind.
And that's exactly what your subconscious mind.
I made something very clear last time and I repeated it again now. Mm-hmm. That's not a Freudian slip. That's a deliberate choice of words.
Okay.
Now, thirdly, when you're talking about dignity, you're the only individual that can skew dignity to mean no dignity. Not having dignity means that you come over here and then you hate the people. Which dictionary on this planet, nay, even in this universe, equates dignity with harming a population, taking resources and this and that? That's how you interpreted it. If you say that, look, I wanted to ask you to clarify this because this is how I understood it, I can understand that, because sometimes we can have a different understanding of words. But for you to stand there and say, no, dignity means that you're coming over here and you're taking firstly, coming up, I'm born here, so I'm clearly not talking about coming over here. Secondly, I've been through this system, paying taxes since my first job to now contributing to the politics of this country, the economics of this country, to the culture of this country. It's my country. That being said, I want to understand that how you are equating and where you're getting the numbers from. I want to know the numbers and you keep reiterating Muslim migration, Islamic migration. The second thing is, after you give me the numbers, why are you so intent on highlighting Islamic and Muslim migration?
Well, before I answer that question, I'd like to address the points that you made. Okay. So first of all, at least we know, I believe the third point was, or second, that actually it wasn't Freudian slip. You actually meant it. So actually you were fully conscious of saying what you were saying. And I told you something which you still struggle to comprehend. If the evil happens, which you clearly cannot understand because of your mentality, if evil happens to you, the natural state of a Christian mind is an act of forgiveness, okay? Which you have no concept of, because you decide to say, no, we're not going to have dignity. We're not going to have dignity.
Well, bring my Bible,
Which
please.
shows you something. It shows you that a concept of forgiveness for those who've done you wrong does not exist. You're vengeful because your God is vengeful. Not mine, your God is vengeful. And because you so incorporated the mentality of Allah, which is so vengeful, who says, oh, you do not see we send devils upon these believers to smite them with evil, that's Quran, or to slay these believers wherever you find them, or fight or never make friends with Christian or a Jew, that's also in Quran. So I understand that this concept is so imprinted in you, they have no concept of what I'm saying. In fact, you did not understand at all what I was saying. What I was saying is this. If, for example, you already know where I'm from, would I ever go to work in Germany? Would I ever go to work in Germany? No, never. Because I forgive them. I have nothing against the German people. But because of dignity, I would never go there and work there and pay taxes to German coffins. Because of dignity. So you did not understand this. Do I hate them? No. Do I see them as a threat? No. Do I have any hostility? No. But would I have a dignity to say, since those people have done evil to me, all right, I'll go my way. And this is what you did not understand. Since the West, which you blame for bombing your countries or your parents' countries, and I was saying to you, have some dignity, you should show that dignity to yourself and say, these people clearly want to kill us. Therefore, why would you want to have anything in common with them? So when you're waving your flags of paying taxes, or where should we go? In fact, you should go.
Be nice and respectful, man. Peace.
In fact, you should go and make your places a better places. You have such a potential. Make Pakistan better, make Bangladesh better, make Libya better, make those places better, because you have places to go to improve. Why is it that it is white doctors, Doctors Without Borders, that go and help? Why is it that Europeans go? Why is it that 7% of world's population is the most generous in foreign aid and so on to other countries? Why?
Hate preacher.
Okay, preacher.
Okay,
just hit the nerve.
Preacher.
Hit the nerve.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
and
you finished.
hold on, I haven't finished. You ask a question. Right. In the end, you ask a question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you please repeat the question? So I can answer to you fully.
Yeah, so give me the numbers pertaining Muslim migration that are harming the country. And number two, why are you specifying and hooked on Muslim migration as opposed to other
Yes,
migration?
because, as I already showed you, Islamic migration is not compatible with European values.
What values?
Okay? European values,
What
including
value?
English values.
What value?
Okay?
What
you are, from
value?
one point of view,
What
you
value?
you are party poopers.
What value?
Okay?
What
Because
value?
wearing a short skirt
I said, what
is
value?
haram.
Yeah.
Having a BLT is haram. Having a glass of wine is haram. Having a dance, it's haram. Going and speak freely against, let's say, Islam is haram.
No.
Those people who want to leave Islam, that's also forbidden. Your values are not compatible with the Western values. The Western values can be from most beautiful and uplifting to the most horrific and disgusting they are. I acknowledge that. However, that's what makes West West. Yes, you have blasphemers, you have those offended religions, all religions, and mind you, Hollywood, never offend Islam. They always offend Christianity. Okay, that's why I have dignity. I don't watch Hollywood crap. Okay, so you see, that's a dignity you don't understand. We can dissociate ourselves. You're fully free and capable as an intelligent person to make so many places, Muslim places, better, and show the world, inspire the world to make. So yes, I'm against Islamic migration because of that very reason. And when you're waving the flag of paying taxes, everybody pays taxes. For European society, it's normal that we pay taxes. We don't have to advertise it. Do you understand? And why is it? Now I ask you a question. Why is it the majority of the intelligence within this country, in France and Germany, the intelligence to protect society against the terrorist attacks is always focused on the followers of Allah? Please explain.
You're listening, yeah?
Go
He
ahead.
talked about British values. What are the British values?
What are the British values?
Yeah. According to the government.
Yeah.
Government?
Yes.
I'm not interested what government has to
Tell
say.
me what the British values are.
I just told you. Freedom of expression, which you don't have.
Let me check.
What are you going to check?
Freedom of expression is not one of them.
Oh, it's not one of them. I'll go figure. Why? How convenient. What's your
What
point?
are the British values?
What are you going to
Tell
tell
us.
me?
We
The
don't
paying
know.
taxes of British values? Western
According
society.
to the government, this is what they're
Why are
using.
you talking about government? I told you.
Listen.
Go ahead.
According to the government, for them to label a school as preaching extremism or terrorism or an individual against the state, they are measuring them by their rejection of British values. This is something that's there. I want to know, because you mentioned this, what are the
I
British
said
values?
Western values, not
You
British.
said British values.
I said Western and British, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so British values. Tell me what the British
Yeah, do you
values
have a
are.
right to dignity?
Dignity?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, freedom that you pursue, just like in the States, pursue your own individual way of happiness and
Nope.
No,
Nope.
completely.
That's
So go ahead.
America.
Okay.
We're in the UK.
And UK. It's a part of Western values, but go ahead.
Tell me the British values. You've
I
got
tell you
two
the
wrong
Western
so
values.
far.
I tell you Western values. That the Jewish school and the children at Jewish school should come out from the school without any security. Okay, that is what is the Western British value, that every citizen of this country should not be stigmatized by your followers of your God because they need protection. Children, okay, that's the value
you're not
which
gonna
is
raise your voice, right?
universal. Okay, which is universal. For you, for you, even to ask this question for Muslims,
What are the British values?
So disgusting.
British values.
That Jewish children cannot walk out of school
British
safely.
value,
tell us
It shows you
British
something
value.
safely
What's
wrong.
the British values?
Go
We
ahead,
know
please
the
enlighten me. Go
but
ahead.
He don't know.
You don't know
No,
British
no, no,
values.
no. On back on camera, I'm
He
not
didn't
British
mention it
citizen
himself.
because I don't want to be. But go ahead.
So you're talking about British values. when
Western values.
You said British values. You just admitted it about
Western,
30
and
seconds
I
ago.
added British. Go
Yes,
ahead.
so you did say British
Go ahead,
values.
go ahead.
So tell me about the
So
British
please
values.
tell me, instead of holding your phone, I can pull up the phone and tell you the same thing. Try to not to rely respectfully.
Yeah,
Try
if-
not to rely on this device. Use your own intelligence.
Shall I put it away?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now let's talk about British values without picking.
Yes.
In your own way. Do you think that Jewish children should be walking free with their yarmulkes on without ever being stigmatized for being Jewish in the city? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now tell me British values.
What about
Phone
that?
away,
He's
phone
a
away. Tell me
idiot.
British values. We'll go head to head.
Okay.
From
Just I
memory,
told you.
what's British values?
To me, British value. I
Not
told
to you. Objectively, what are the British values in this country?
That the human rights of every individual
No.
are respected. No?
No.
That's not British value?
No, it's more specific than that.
More specific.
You don't
Please
know.
elaborate. Go
You
ahead.
don't know.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
not
sure,
making the argument.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
want to know somebody that's as passionate as you, that's talking. I want to know what the British values are.
They're going to just say it. They're saying.
Hang on a minute. So for 10 minutes,
Yeah, but
For 10
listen.
minutes, he's been telling me,
telling him what they're not, so tell him. 'Cause you're
Exactly.
a British sounding person and he's
but he hasn't said that he
So
doesn't know
teach
what
me,
they are.
teach me.
But he hasn't
Tell
said
me.
yet.
He's not British.
Tell me,
clearly. He's
tell
told
me.
us he's not British.
But he
You
hasn't
are.
admitted
You
yet.
are. So tell us.
Yeah, so tell us.
He
Tell
hasn't
on
admitted
camera,
yet
everyone.
that he doesn't know any means my help.
Tell everyone on camera what the British values.
Do you know them?
Please tell me. I'm all ears.
Do you know them?
No, go ahead. It
You
looks
don't
like
know
I
British
don't.
values.
I may know after you say it. I don't know. I don't know it. Go
You
ahead.
may know after I say
I
it.
don't know it. Yes,
You
go
know,
ahead.
okay. Democracy.
That is not British. That's a Western value which Britain is part of.
So I'm giving him
Go
the list
ahead.
now. Carry on. What? Oh, now carry on. He's not happy with that.
No, I love it. I love it.
No, but
Democracy. I love it. Thank you.
What do you mean?
I
Thank
love
you.
it. Because exactly what I was talking about.
Democracy,
Yes, thank you.
rule of law,
Yeah,
British value,
yeah, go ahead. I love it.
tolerance of other faiths and beliefs,
Thank you.
yeah, mutual respect,
Yeah,
and individual liberty.
thank you. And let's look at Quran.
Now you have learnt what the British values are
And you just made my
from
point.
a British person. Can
And
I
you
finish?
might-
Can I finish?
You made
now?
my point.
Listen to what I'm saying. 'Cause I
Islam,
listened to
that's
you.
not- it's not
I listened
comparable
to you
to
for
it.
the last 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
You said you weren't going to interrupt or raise your voice.
Go ahead.
Now, as you guys have heard, yeah? Did I give him the British value? You happy now?
Gave a small part.
No,
That's
those
okay.
are the British values
That's
as
okay.
enforced by Prevent. That's the measurement that schools are being measured by, that particular criteria.
Thank you so much. It
Right.
is- I
So,
really
can I
appreciate what
finish?
you say.
Yeah.
I thought so that was
I
your
haven't
point.
finished. I haven't finished.
There's more values?
Because
Are there more
you made
values?
a lot of arguments. You made a biblical argument.
No, but there are
you
more
made a
values.
theological argument. No, these are the values that are the main ones that
Main
have been
ones.
put forward
So
by Prevent
is
and the government.
Quran, is Islam...
Can I finish? You've already made that argument.
No, so answer my question. Is Islam
You've-
comparable to
You've
democracy?
literally been speaking for the last 7-8 minutes. Yeah? No, he's finished speaking and I asked him a question.
Go ahead.
Right. So these are the British values that you didn't know of.
I know
Yeah?
it. I just don't know it's British. I know because everywhere in the West,
Can I
those
finish?
values
Can
have
I
been
finish?
shared.
Can I finish?
There's nothing British about it.
You didn't want me to interrupt you,
Go
right?
ahead.
I'd rather you respected that of myself.
Go ahead.
So now that I've told you what those British values are,
Yes.
now hopefully you will use them in a more appropriate way and a more accurate and precise way.
Thank you. You know they're not British,
haven't
right?
finished.
You know they're not British.
I haven't finished.
Where's democracy from?
I have not finished.
Go ahead.
If you want more questions, you can add them to the next round. You made so many points beforehand. Secondly, you were saying that the Quran talks about killing non-Muslims indiscriminately.
Slay them
Yeah?
wherever you
Slay
find them.
where you find them.
That's Quran.
This is such a drawn-out, unintelligent argument that's been responded to so many times, it's actually getting boring now. That's
So
not
don't
what it
address it.
says.
Respectfully, don't address it. Don't
Respectfully
address
close
it.
your mouth and listen to me.
No, don't address
No,
it.
respectfully
You say
listen
it's
to me.
boring. Why are you having a boring conversation?
Because you've made the point now and you told me not to
Go ahead.
interrupt. So I'm having to respond to it.
So you
because
made
you've
your point.
the
It's boring. I
no,
get it.
because
I said
there's
retract that.
Because
Happy?
Because if you are no, you've already made that point.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
want
so
to
I'm
dwell
going
in
to
it.
respond to that
Go
point.
ahead.
Even though it's boring.
So yeah, even though it's boring,
Don't you want to talk about more interesting?
Go ahead.
oh, I'll do it with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you're saying that we're talking about killing non-Muslims indiscriminately? No, that's talking about war. Yeah, it's a war context of war. Secondly, you're saying you can't make friends with non-Muslims. Again, no, that's wrong. You can make friends with non-Muslims. That's wrong as well.
That's
the
in
other
Quran.
thing,
Many Muslims
you're
that
just
don't
you're
agree with
so
you on that.
intent on interrupting me.
No, I'm
I
not.
had to keep a track of all of your
I'm trying
arguments.
to help you as a Muslim.
No, you can't
That's
help
everything
me.
in Quran
You're the
not
last
to make.
person on this planet that can help me.
Actually,
at
I
this
wish you
moment in
well,
time.
believe it or not.
Okay, listen to me then, yeah? If you want to wish me well.
I do wish you well. Go
Okay,
ahead.
stop interrupting me then. Let's start with that. Then, yeah, so the next point here is, what was the other point? Yeah. The hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, in Imam Malik's Muwatta, he makes it very clear, do not kill women and children. Yeah. So when you're saying we've been told to indiscriminately kill everybody, my request to you, when it will be your turn, to show me clearly where we have been told to kill men, women, children
Sure.
indiscriminately.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, You talked about the Bible.
I didn't
and
say
you
anything
said,
about the Bible.
Yes, you did.
What did I say
You
about
said
Bible?
when you talk about we can
I
see
spoke about
what was
forgiveness,
mentioned.
right? I spoke about forgiveness.
So
Hold on.
you did talk about the
Hold
Bible,
on,
yeah?
time out.
No,
You're
time
going
out.
too far. You're going too far.
No.
Let
You
me
mentioned-
reply to your
You
points.
mentioned all these points.
Yeah, but
why
let me,
did you mention them?
No,
if you
listen.
don't want me to
No,
respond?
listen. I do.
Sorry,
Hold
sorry.
on. I promise I will reply to you. But I want to reply to your point. So you spoke first thing. You spoke about democracy.
I'm sorry, you've made so
You
many
spoke.
points.
No, listen.
Let me finish. I need
Can
to
I
finish.
address
I need
this
to finish.
point? No, you don't have to.
Yeah, I do.
I want
do.
to address your point
No,
respectfully.
you've made so many points and
Yes.
I stayed quiet.
Yes,
so
but
I'm
wait.
going to continue.
You spoke for the last
when
10 minutes.
You're talking about,
You spoke for the last 10
when
minutes.
you're talking
No,
about the
no, no.
Bible,
Just a
when
moment.
you're talking about the Bible,
Yes, I will come back to it.
in 1 Samuel 15 verse 3, the author of the Old Testament,
Mm-hmm.
which we believe, Christians believe to be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, it's written clearly in black and white to kill women, children, ox,
Yes.
donkeys, all of
Yes,
these creatures
yes.
indiscriminately.
Yes.
Then there are, if you look in Deuteronomy chapter 7, it invites the people to wipe out, commit a genocide of 7 nations. It lists them, and then it says, show them no mercy. No mercy.
Yeah.
Wipe out their children, and included in that group are the Amalek that are, even if they're seen today, they're supposed to be killed as well. So those are the points, because you made so many. That's what I wanted to complete first.
So first of all, let's go back to the
Go ahead.
principles you spoke about. What are British values? So I just want to emphasize to you, those values I grew up in, and I'm not British, because they're European values, they're Western values, democracy, and I'm sure you know it. It does not come from Britain. It comes from Greece, okay? And since you're talking about democracy, let's have it. Let's have democratic vote. Do people of Europe want Islamic migration to Europe? That's democracy, as you correctly said. I'm calling on for the people of Europe to have direct referendum. Do you want Islamic migration to Europe? Because you already know Islam is not compatible. That's why Jewish people are frightened. They're leaving any Muslim country, and we know they leave for Israel, and we know that from London, they're leaving. Even the Jewish guy who was here, Joseph, he left for Israel. Do you know why? Because of you guys. And if I had to look, he's a really funny guy. I didn't see nothing wrong with him, but he was so attacked so many times, he was ostracized so many times, like he decided to take his leave. You guys are not compatible to the Western values. And if I'm wrong, it will show in democratic vote. So I'm asking people from Ireland and Sweden, go for all the crime that came since the Muslims came, how it went shoot off into space. So I'm asking people from Italy and Spain and Portugal and Germany and the French and Italians and Greeks. I'm asking you people, have a referendum. And I'm asking actually police to support the people of Europe. I'm asking army to support the people of Europe, because this is an invasion, which I know. If I'm wrong, democracy, as you say, is British, which is not, but Britain adopted it, would show us the truth.
Are you hearing this?
Okay? That's right. I want a democratic vote, because I
gonna
grew
tell you
up,
what he said
I'm
here.
actually a real European, and I understand what democracy is, and you don't. That's why you're hiding behind government, and you think government is going to protect you. Government will not protect you, because the people who are in army and in police force, they think like me. You guys are nuisance. Let's call it for what it is. I would be wrong only if I would not know what's happening with the Jewish people. Why is it that in a country like, let's say, Poland, there are Jewish schools? There's
making
no
so
hold
many
on.
points
There's
now.
no
You
security.
gotta draw it to a close now.
There's no
Draw it to a
security.
close.
Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing.
The first thing?
Okay. Yeah.
Flipping it.
Of course.
Let me
I
respond
only
to that
started.
first thing. Let me
I
respond to
only
that first
started.
thing then. Okay, so you
hold
mentioned
on.
democracy.
He took out the Bible.
Look,
and hold on.
let's respond
Let
to
me
that first
reply
point.
to the
Let me
Bible.
respond to that.
Let me
So
reply
you're
to the
saying
Bible.
that just because democracy was talked about and discovered so many years ago, therefore it's not a British value.
It was adopted by British society.
What?
Now, two
That's
different
not even an
things.
argument.
You don't get it, do
That's
you?
not even an argument. So
is
what if
adopted.
it was when it was discovered and who was used by and who popularized it?
The Greeks.
Bottom line
Just to let
is
you know, the Greeks did.
that's one of the 5 British values.
Yes,
Oh, it's
became.
not even
Yes.
a British value because it
So
was
let's
used before.
exercise it.
Sorry, can
let's
I speak?
exercise it.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
So you're saying just because something has been used before, therefore it can't be used as a British value? That's such a pathetic point.
It's not a pathetic
Yeah,
point.
it's such a low-level
I just
pathetic
know.
point.
I was-
Because you can say the same about all of the mutual respect. Oh, every country believes in mutual respect.
course.
Buddhism believes in mutual respect, which predates Britain. How does that make any sense?
That means
Therefore,
they're
it's not a British
universal
value.
values.
No.
They're
They
called
may
universal.
be universal values,
Yes.
but they have been enshrined within British values.
There you go.
You can have both. So that is such a low-level
No, no,
point
no, you
and
didn't-
low-level argumentation.
You
that even
misunderstood.
Steve
You
can
misunderstood.
claim to agree with.
No, you misunderstood. You don't need any
that's
support.
Just embarrassing.
No.
Yeah,
You misunderstood.
very embarrassing.
You misunderstood.
Now let me move on to the
no,
second
no,
point.
let me
yeah?
reply to
So
this.
he's saying, let's have a referendum.
That's
Yeah?
right.
Because some poor Jewish people, and he knows one Jewish person by name, because Joseph went home, therefore there needs to be a referendum to kick the Muslims out. I've already made this point before. You can't kick the Muslims out because Muslims are British people, English British people. Where are you going to kick them out to? Does not make any sense.
First of
Again,
all-
another low-level argument. Now, just
You're
because
manipulating.
Now,
I never said. When
let me
did I
finish my
say
point.
that the Muslims should be
Let
kicked out?
me finish my point.
I never said Muslims
you
should be kicked
cover
out.
later. I'll let you finish.
No, I said stop.
Let me
I
finish.
spoke about
No, you didn't. You didn't say
about
some.
immigration coming to this country,
Let
not
me-
the one that's already here.
Let me finish my point. So then, according to his criteria, he's saying, listen, according to his criteria, because a few Jewish people feel uncomfortable and have gone back to their country, then therefore there needs to be a referendum. There needs to be a referendum to decide if Muslims should stay or not. Well, my argument flips on the other side as well. So many mosques being attacked, so many Muslims being attacked, so many Muslims leaving this country. So should there now be a referendum for whether the Christians should stay in this country, whether the Jews should stay in the country, whether people of other groups should stay in this country? Well, there needs to be more uniformity
Could
here.
you have some more self-respect?
Can I finish
never
my point,
said
please?
you
Can I finish my
manipulating.
point?
I never said any of those things.
So to
Yeah.
round
Even
off.
Steve knows I never said
No,
any of those
Steve
things.
is he's
That's
in a
right.
world of his own. He agreed with your
That's right.
point that just
That's
because
right.
democracy predates the UK, therefore it can't be part of the British values.
Even
If
he knows
Steve
you're
agrees
twisting
with
my
that,
words.
Now Steve, I think, has lost all credibility
Could you
as
please-
well.
could
So
you please
according to
understand
your
me
logic
correctly?
now, according
No.
to your logic now, because a few Jews feel uncomfortable,
Not
therefore,
few
therefore,
Few Jews.
therefore,
Few Jews.
we now need
Yeah,
to have a
exactly.
referendum. Well, Muslims
Exactly.
feel uncomfortable. Let's have a referendum now as
No.
well. That Brits,
You
that
misunderstood
they
what I
are
was
British,
saying.
Israelis, dual citizenship, British individuals that have gone and committed war crimes have now been allowed to come back in this country, and many people are feeling uncomfortable. Well, I think we should have a referendum about that, because many people are leaving the country because of Britain's view with regards to
That's
that.
beautiful.
Why don't we have
Now
a
you-
referendum
now you're
about
learning-
that?
now
Why
you're
don't we have a
learning-
referendum
Thank you.
about
Now you're-
kicking
Clearly-
Netanyahu out when he
clearly-
comes into this country?
Clearly,
Why don't we do
you're
that?
beginning to
Go ahead.
understand the concept of democracy. You're only beginning to understand. First of all, do not do something which I find again disrespectful and undignified. I never said about shipping people out of here. All I was saying on camera, and you can put it back later, I said I'm asking the European people if they want migration from Islamic world into European society, which is not the same thing.
Why? Why only
Just
Muslims?
a moment.
I asked you.
I already explained to you.
Why?
Is because the values which are represented in Islam are incompatible.
You didn't even know those values.
Incompatible.
I had
You're
to tell you about those
permitted-
values.
For example, I was actually.
You didn't know what those values were.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I told you
Your
I knew them
boyfriend
by
Steve
different
kept telling me
name.
to
I knew those values, but that is
why is that
British.
offensive? He's a
What is
handsome
it
guy.
that you don't understand?
I was gay.
What is it that you don't understand?
Nah, come
I
on,
I grew up as a free individual. I know what democracy is.
You grew up a free individual.
Yes, of course, 100%.
Whoa.
wasn't a
Yeah.
Jew,
Where?
was he?
Where did you grow up?
Well, you already know, don't you?
Where? Tell us.
Yeah.
They don't
You
know.
already know. And it's a
Be
place.
proud.
It's a place.
Be proud.
Which I already told you.
Go on.
Tells to you, to your face, we don't want you.
Where?
And that's why we don't have any terrorist attacks.
Where?
There you go. Everybody knows.
Say it.
Everybody
The mic's
knows.
there.
Here,
Say it.
from Poland,
Racist.
a country
Racist
which
country.
tell you honestly, no, not racist.
create
It's
war
an
in our
honest
country
country.
and we're not gonna
It's an
do it.
Brexit
honest
told you to go back
country.
home as well.
We tell you we don't want you.
Name one
We
war that
tell
Poland
you
has
we don't want
created.
you. That's nothing racist
Brexit
about
told
it.
him to go back home.
No. You see, he doesn't know even modern
Brexit
history.
told the Polish to go back home.
Is that really true? Oh, the truth is,
Why are you still
hold
there?
on. The
Have
truth
some
is,
dignity.
exactly, you have dignity.
some dignity.
You know
Go
you're not
back
telling
home.
the truth.
Go back home.
You know you're not telling the truth. Why
some
Brexit
dignity.
happened? When Turkey signed an accession, a Muslim country, when a Muslim country signed an accession treaty with the EU, the Brits realized, no way, we're not going to open our doors to 80 million of Turks. That's the real reason
What
for Brexit.
happened to the Polish?
And another reason
What did the
for
Brits
Brexit.
say about the Polish?
What do they say about Polish?
Yeah, said send them back.
Go ahead. Where? Show me.
Send them back to
Show me.
Poland.
But they don't have
Brexit.
to. Poles themselves gone back because it's
Yeah, why?
It's
Because they're told to go back.
It's much better in Poland right now than here.
Apparently not all the
Yeah.
Polish have gone back.
Because some,
No, they haven't.
unlike you, actually have
I'm not
British
Polish.
friends.
I'm not
Unlike
Polish.
you, have British friends. You don't have any British
Also,
friends.
if you have
It's
British
others
friends,
who
then
have
you can
British
stay here.
friends. Huh?
I've got British friends. Steve is my friend.
Oh, really?
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. So, going back to the
dinner
subject,
tonight.
please understand the Brexit was the result of accession talks of Turkey trying to join the EU and the migration crisis from Syria and other countries of those people entering Germany, which majority of British people realize the moment they will get German passports, they'll be here next day.
Look.
That's the reason for Brexit.
Look, let's-
and anyone can tell you.
Let's stick to the
Clearly,
main point.
memory does not serve
Let's
you
stick
well.
to the main point.
The main point
The
is
main
this.
point is what we agreed in our first discussion, and the main point is
That you're not dignified.
that we are living here. Nick Griffin made this point as well. For those people, just because you're quoting someone doesn't mean you're a fan of them. You should know this, Steve. Yeah. Nick Griffin made this point because he was part of the BNP, yeah, and the BNP, of course, won, and I don't think they looked very favorably by people, yeah. He made the point that you cannot simply make this argument that the brown people, the Muslims, and these individuals just send them back because it's just not going to
There
work.
you go again.
What you now listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're making this point, yeah. We're actually coming to
So
a
why
common
bringing it up?
because I'm making a complete point and rounding off this discussion.
No, there's no point in it.
There is a point to it.
There's no point
Yes,
because nobody
because
speaks about it.
They do.
Nobody speaks about it.
Okay, you may not, but there are people that do.
But why are you talking to me about it? Why are you imposing some ideas which I'm
I'm
against?
posing it to everybody over here.
And
Now,
you're online. It's all about the YouTube.
Yeah, I know it's about YouTube. I know.
so for us to say send them back home.
Who
doesn't-
says that?
Say that.
Who says that?
Next, you're gonna make a point. I'm gonna do the same thing. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just be prepared, because you want disrespect. I'll give you disrespect then as well. I was trying to round off my point, which I'm going to continue doing. If someone is of this mentality, send them back home holistically. It's not practical, it doesn't make sense, and it's not feasible. Now, for those people that want to police the borders because they are of the opinion that they haven't been policed enough, because the criteria is not stringent and it has not worked, fair enough. Yeah, of course, there are conversations being had on this. People are making their points very clear. There's a reason why Nigel Farage and Reform are rising, and there's a reason why Conservatives are changing their stance as well. Labour is also changing their stance as well. Now, you can have these conversations. You can change and have discussions about laws by reassessing certain things, of course. But to say this as a maybe one side of the coin, or the Muslim migration, Islamic migration, I think that's bigoted, I think that's racist, I think that's unhelpful, and that's been your your thread throughout the whole
yes.
discussion, beginning to end.
I'd like to
Yeah.
reply to this point.
Now, when you
Can I reply?
Is it racist?
Thank you.
Well, it seems that you're not going to let me finish.
No. Let me just reply. First of all, on camera, everybody will see I never spoke about some remigration, shipping people back. I'm asking you politely.
literally did.
I'm asking you people. I'm asking you not to spread rumors. I never said that. The only thing I said, I believe the people of Europe should have the right to exercise their democratic right
About what?
about the migration,
Which migration?
Islamic migration.
There you go.
Okay,
Said
if
it for
this
you. You agree
is
with that?
because and the reason, hold on.
That's the only migration we've got. in
Exactly.
There you
That
go.
was my point.
So you agree with that,
I was
yeah?
hold on. I was getting to it.
you aware
Please,
that the current level of
please,
migration
yes or no?
please,
higher than the-
please.
Do you agree?
for
I was
most of British
please,
history.
Steve.
Do you
Steve.
agree
Most
with
of
this
it is
point, though?
Islamic.
Do you agree
Thank
with this
you.
point?
Mass uncontrolled immigration, and that needs to be dealt with.
Exactly.
It happens to be that most of them are Muslim.
Do you
Exactly.
agree the only migration we should be policing is Islamic
But wait.
migration?
We should be policing.
Could you please?
All migration.
Would you give me that?
All
Can I
or
finish?
Islamic?
Can
Because
I finish?
he's
Can I
using
finish?
Islamic
Can I
to begin
finish?
with.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish?
Oh, you want to finish now?
Yes,
You don't want
thank
to be
you.
interrupted.
No, go
That's
ahead.
the
interrupt me
irony
if you
of
want.
the whole
Interrupt me if you
discussion.
want, It's okay. Now listen.
Irony of the day.
If, for example, there'll be equal amount of people of Buddhist beliefs and other beliefs together with Islamic, I think those would be healthy. But we know the majority of the migration that happens right now into the Western world comes from the Islamic world. And then I told you, in my view, and I may be wrong, and I'll be more than happy to be educated about it, Islam is not compatible. The whole idea of 4 wives and all these things is completely off the
Do
chart.
you have an issue with only Islamic migration? That's my question.
100%.
Only Islamic migration.
That's right.
There you go.
Because I never
double down on it now.
I never saw a Christian man
nothing to
go
embrace,
into
is it?
Jewish school
What he's saying
and
is-
How's he
trying
gonna
to
identify?
stigmatize
How's he
people.
gonna?
I never
How's
saw
he
it.
gonna identify an
I
Islamic
never
person?
saw a Christian person
By asking
insulting anyone else except, but we
What?
know how Muslims feel about it.
Identify
Okay,
Christian.
and on camera,
Muslim.
let's have something clear.
As well.
Let's have something clear.
Well, there you go. So how are you going to
Okay.
decide then?
It's a 3-way conversation. So let's have something clear because you are. I told you before you spoke as somebody who's not European and it's on camera. So let me tell you something. The same way Muslim people feel about the Zionists, it's exactly how European people feel about you.
No, they don't.
Exactly
No.
the same way. Exactly the same way.
Are we
Say
committing
no
a
all you
genocide on the
want.
Europeans?
I'm going to repeat on camera.
Are
The
we
same
committing a
way
genocide on the
you
Europeans?
Feel about Zionists.
What a dead
is how
point.
European people
How are you
feel
comparing
about
a
the
genocide
Islam.
to
Look at
migration?
the European lady, whether she's smiling and nodding
Are
yes
you comparing
or no.
a genocide to
Please,
migration?
Please.
Are you comparing
Please.
a genocide to
I'm
migration?
letting you know how European people feel.
Are
Now,
you
I'll be
comparing
more
a
than
genocide to
happy
migration?
If I'm wrong
If
about
so,
it.
that's a very low IQ.
What do you mean?
Are you comparing a genocide to migration? What do you mean? What do I mean?
You mean the same genocide that
Yes, the
Muslims do?
genocide that's taking place in Palestine.
Wait, and in
Yes.
Sudan, and
Do
in
you
Sudan,
believe that's the?
and in Nigeria,
Yes,
and in Nigeria,
Yes. Yeah, the problem's happening
and in
those
Nigeria
countries.
too. Yes?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So are you saying to me?
Yeah, the mass killings
Bye.
happening in Nigeria, Sudan, and Palestine.
Thank you.
You agree with that?
Thank you, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm uniform.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about.
That's why I told
So,
you
let's-
we are more in agreement from our first discussion, but because of a few words, I think things got misconstrued and then voices started getting raised. We are actually in agreement of more things which we
I
established in the
agree
first
with
discussion.
you.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know I don't wish you ill. You know that. Nevertheless,
Likewise.
no, listen, I don't. That
Neither do I.
doesn't mean I will take my stand and say how I feel about things. Do you understand
you
what I'm
can
saying?
do. But
Exactly.
be
And I
nuanced
know
in speech.
the way I feel, about 400 million of Europeans feel the same way. Okay? Okay, let's say
No, but you're
300
only
million.
gonna know
So
when you
let's
do
use
this
that
referendum.
British value democracy and let's put it to a test if I'm wrong. Let's do it. And you know what? And I'm telling you right now, I myself, I would conform if this is what European people want. If Steve wants it,
Do you think there should
if
be
he
a
wants
referendum?
it,
Do you think
if he
there should
wants
be a
it,
referendum solely on Islamic migration?
No, on immigration.
Yeah. There you
On
go.
immigration. But not on
But as I said, the current reality
I heard you.
the vast majority of immigration is Islamic.
I heard you, but that's not the argument he's making.
Would you not agree? If you've got high level of migration, well, firstly, you should manage it. But
Yeah.
secondly,
Absolutely.
the cultural difference between those people arriving to the base that they're arriving at matters, doesn't it? It has impact.
Yeah.
If they're culturally very similar, it's easier for them to assimilate. If they're culturally very different, that's more challenging.
Yeah, look, if you feel that someone's going to come into the country and cause havoc, of course it's up to you to
If
stop
their
that person
basic
coming
cultural
in.
values are very different. For example, their attitude towards women or their attitude towards gay people, just as a couple of examples. If some of their core cultural values, moral values are very, very different, that's a recipe that's going to go wrong.
But then you're going to have to stop migration coming with regards to
Do you accept
Hindus.
my point?
With,
Do you
no,
accept my point?
what I'm saying is,
I'm sorry, I live in Southall. I am not sure the cultural values of Hindus and Sikhs are that distinct to my culture.
okay,
Because those communities.
have you read the scriptures?
I'm talking about the people, not their scriptures. Let's not get theological.
Right. So what
about
do
the
Muslims
scriptures.
believe
I'm
about
looking-
gays?
No, but I'm looking at the reality of Sikhs in particular.
Look at the reality
you
of the
cannot
Muslims.
Imagine a more patriotic towards Britain group of people than Sikh immigrants. To
No,
this country.
statistically,
They are
Muslims are more
like
patriotic.
Hold on.
That's
Hold
my
on.
problem.
I should divert with
Yeah,
all due
well, that's
respect.
subjective, isn't it?
It's a
For example,
diversion.
in synagogues, they sing the British national anthem as a standard. Just tell me, educate me if that happens in mosques.
Why would it need to happen in
But
mosques? It's a place of worship. It's not.
Well, Jews do it.
Can we make a last point each and
No, but
finish?
just-
My point is the Jewish community, just like the Sikh community, seem to be very happy to assimilate and to be really patriotic towards Britain without losing their own.
What do you understand by the term assimilate?
Can we finish the conversation?
Side by side, respect the values, respect the laws, respect the principles of the land that you're in.
That's integration. Yeah, absolutely.
That's in
Muslims should
all due
integrate.
respect.
They shouldn't have.
Do you agree with me that not all do?
Not all Muslims do it. Not all Jewish people do. If you go to Stamford Hill, Golders Green,
Jewish
and there are some extreme Muslim communities as well. Just like there's some extreme. Not necessarily. Haven't you seen the Christians over here,
Well, they're
Steve?
getting
No,
worse.
don't try that. No, don't try that.
They're
with me.
learning from you
Okay,
guys.
so
Last point is
yeah.
finished. Go ahead.
So I think we made our point. The
I have
point
not made
is-
my point yet. Last point you make.
Don't forget.
Okay, make your point then. I'll let you.
Here's
speak and then I'll
my
speak.
point.
Yeah.
You often would say to me, prove it, show the statistics.
You should have
Okay,
statistics.
yes, thank you, I understand. You see, above statistics, there's such thing as common sense. I understand how Islamic expansion takes place. I understand that Steve, in next couple decades, will not have his rights anymore. The moment 51-49 takes place, that Islam becomes majority in this country, there'll be no more St. George's flag, there'll be no more BLT in stores, that'll be offensive, there'll be no more nudity and arts, all being haram. So the moment, just like it happened in Libya, just like it happened in Morocco, just like it happened
very
in
misogynistic.
Algeria, I'm making my
According to
point
British
here.
values.
51-49. The moment the Muslims become majority, it's going to be end of the British values. And that's on camera. That's what the British values will end. And as a European, I want to preserve those values. I don't want you to be 51-49. I understand some fixed percentage, but this percentage has to adhere to the Western values, has to respect it, has to coexist. So we don't have situation like at UEA where there's two prayers room, one for the Muslims only and one for the rest. University of East Anglia, shame on you that you give privileged treatment to Muslims. You want privileged treatment everywhere.
You're projecting now.
And 51-49 is their future unless people of Europe stand up and say no to it. And the way to do it is precisely exercising British values.
Chip in with one point. Are you aware that United Emirates are stopping sending students to Britain because they're concerned about the Islamic extremism in Britain?
Yeah,
Emirates are stopping doing that
Yeah.
because of organisations like the Muslim Brotherhood, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll respond to that
awful,
point.
isn't it?
I'll respond to that point. Okay.
Can you do
So
that?
after his point, because I'm primarily speaking to him. So he's made a very elaborate speech that if Muslims are allowed to grow, then Muslims will take over. There won't be Union Jack flags, and people won't be eating BLTs.
Yeah.
Why is that Burger King?
No.
Is it? What is it? What's BLT?
There you go. Bacon, lettuce, tomatoes.
Bacon, lettuce. Okay.
Good sandwich.
BLT burger, yeah.
No, it's a
sandwich.
croissant.
It's a croissant. Croissant. So that's French, isn't it?
Yes, but go ahead. I'm saying, oh, of course it's French. Of course it's French.
Sorry, that's the irony is just hilarious. Okay, so Muslims coming into this country, we don't want gambling. That doesn't mean that we are going to stop other people. When have you ever heard of Muslims going and shutting down gambling shops? Muslims shutting down pubs? No. You want to be in your pubs? That's fine. We don't want to drink. As long as you don't force us to drink, that's fine. Same with the Jews. They don't drink. In their synagogues, they've got their...
Jews drink.
Yeah, but they don't...
I met one or two Muslims.
Yeah,
every holiday involves drinking.
Yeah, getting drunk.
Yes.
Getting drunk.
Yes.
What's wrong with getting a little bit?
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
interesting. So according to the Jewish religion, it's part of their religion to get drunk. So they're cooking their religion without me having to cook their religion. Okay, no problem. So he's saying now, because we're coming into a society and our values are, we don't want people to commit adultery. We don't want people to,
There we go.
We don't want people to get drunk and harm other people, do drugs, these lies. So these are our values, yeah? Now if British people are, drinking, doing their thing, that's up to you. Live and let live. That's our values. You ask.
Is that the message of your religion? Live and let live.
Absolutely. If you let me finish, you're going to know. Yeah. But if you think it's not, then you can tell me rather than interrupting. Yeah. So thinking that we're coming to the UK and we are somehow policing your values, changing
Not
and
yet.
forcing you to do something, that's excessive. Yeah, that's excessive. We don't stop you. Do we want your society to prosper? Of course we do. Yeah, that's why we have good values and we want to imbue them into you. For example, we don't say
There we go.
stick your parents into old people's home. Respect your parents. Respect your neighbors. Yeah. Do unto others like you want to be done for yourself. That's something that the Bible says. That's something that the Quran says.
جعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا. This is the meaning of the conclusion of this. God creates everyone to know each other and to understand each other.
Yeah, so the brother is saying that according to the Quran, it says that Allah's created us into tribes that we may get to know each other. If you look in the past, the convivencia, Muslims, Christians, Jews lived amicably together. These problems didn't arise. And we have to distinguish between theological issues and political issues. When you're seeing stuff happening today, with all due respect, when the same people are talking about values that are saying Netanyahu and Israel committing a genocide, it's okay, it's a moral quandary. These same people are saying America, they're going to take over Greenland anyway, we should just be okay with that. With all due respect, you can't come and start lecturing us about morality. But in terms of Muslims taking over, you do need to come up with data, because we have come with things that can improve society. Like I've just mentioned, things that will be beneficial, but taking over, none of the statistics claim that. They're skewed, saying that we're somehow going to overpopulate. We'll have more children then. If you don't want more Muslims to come from other countries, then, you know, decide something about your borders. But to say that, oh no, Islam inherently wants this, Islam is inherently evil because of a few verses that you've misquoted, I think that's disingenuous. I think that hurts the country more than brings people together.
You mentioned children. Here's my nod to the British society from a wonderful literature. So just I want to reply to children. So I'm going to modify it just for sense of humor. A hyena is passing by with its 6 pups and sees the lion with 1 lion cub. And the hyena says, only 1 lion cub. To which lion replies, yes, but it's a lion.
Is that a joke?
You gotta understand, it's not about the quantity, it's about quality. And I'm sorry, you may think that your ideas and values are good, but they may be good for you.
Which
But
value
for the
goes against British
Western
values?
values,
Which one?
Listen, permit, I told you, since this
Which of our
society,
values goes against British values?
which value goes
I gave you
against
5 British values.
polygamy?
Polygamy.
Yes.
Right. Are we obligated to do polygamy?
Doesn't matter, you do it.
Are we obligated?
It doesn't matter. It's like
So we're
saying,
permitted.
it's like-
Does that go? So
It
if
goes against the law.
so, okay. So if we're in this country,
And also the law that we don't enforce, by the way, when it comes to Muslims.
right? So you're saying Muslims in this country have to commit polygamy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said permitted.
they do.
Yeah, permitted. So-
Permitted. You know the word permitted.
yeah,
doesn't
and
mean
do you
it's
know the
obligatory.
word that it's optional?
You know the difference
Do you know the word that
between
it's optional?
permitted.
But do you know the word
It's
is optional?
And it is done, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're denying it's
it
done.
can be done.
It is
it's
done.
against the law.
Not can
Yeah,
be-
if it's
it is
against the
done.
law, then it won't be done. Then police it. Then police it.
It is done.
Then is that an
When
issue
reform
with
getting
Muslims?
government, we will.
Is that an issue with
When reform
Muslims?
getting government, we will enforce polygamy.
So you're saying it hasn't been done so already?
Not currently, because it's self-evident.
Well, that's a problem with the law. It's not a problem with
Which is why I say
Muslims.
vote for the
But it doesn't
government.
go against Muslim and Islamic values because Muslims can live in a land where polygamy is not allowed because we don't have to have multiple wives.
Some do.
Yeah, some
Many do.
doesn't mean that it's incompatible. Okay, next point.
Cultural conflict.
So just to this point, if I, as a European person, would marry more than a woman, I would break the law. That means I would be actually taken to court and I would be liable for breaking the law. You,
Are you talking about Christian?
no, just being as a European person, but not
No,
Muslim.
being any person.
You, as
A
a
Muslim
Muslim
found
person,
out
listen, just a
can be in
moment. Can I
problems.
finish? You can have few wives so long as you only marry one of them here. You can have your muta and have
That's
children
not
through
even true.
muta.
They do marry here.
Okay,
Not
and
legally
then
married.
this government pretends it's okay. That means
Muslim
something's terribly wrong.
How do you know they pretend it's okay?
Because government should say to you, no, it's you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah,
not a
that's what
single
law is.
citizen, not
It's
a single.
against the
No,
law. They've already made
no,
that
it's not
clear.
against the law. Then many of the Muslim men would be in prison by now. They're not.
Okay, the law is not to steal people's phones, but every day you see people, you know, their phones
And
getting
those who
stolen.
get
What does
caught,
that mean?
And those who get caught, they're liable.
Does that mean that the government is allowing things
The
to happen?
government
No,
knows
they just
very
need to
well-
tighten their laws.
the government
but you
knows
can't
very
say
well-
it's incompatible with Islam if Islam does say that you can marry only one.
Are you saying to me that this government is not giving you preferential treatment because they know?
No, it's
as-
not giving us preferential
Allow
treatment.
me.
It's not.
Allow me.
It's not giving us
Allow
preferential
me.
treatment.
As the child benefit, child tax credit goes to all other wives to their children, government knows very well who the father is, and yet they don't do anything about it. And again, everybody knows.
How
that
do you
these-
know that? Where are you getting this from?
Actually, the guy who was here says you want a
Oh,
real
the
life
guy.
story. Yeah.
Oh, the guy.
And who
Yeah,
was
yeah,
working
the
at
guy.
job seekers. He was told not to come and not to bring this up. So he was actually want to
The
process.
guy said it. It's all
Yeah, yeah.
over now. The guy
Yeah.
said it.
That he
Oh,
was
the guy,
processing.
man. You should
actually
have told
those
me at the
papers.
beginning the guy said it.
Yeah, the guy said it. Who actually
Wow.
works at job seekers, who's approving the payments
Yeah,
to
yeah.
to all
No,
those
no, no,
Mohammeds.
That's too
Yes.
strong argument for me.
All right,
the
that's
guy
good,
said
that's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows the guy, yeah?
No, you ask firsthand. That's the first hand experience. Are you denying? Then the Muslims over here
Keep
have
coming
no
off.
one.
Whose is this?
Are you denying?
Yeah, please, because of the gloves.
Receiving benefits
Yeah,
for all those wives and
yeah. Are you denying that?
Am I denying what?
that Muslims in this country have multiple wives?
The Muslims in this.
Are you denying?
Am I
it?
denying that there are British people
Answer
that are
the
breaking the
question.
law?
That's
No,
not the same
British
thing.
people break the law.
How is that an answer?
Yeah, polygamy law is one of the laws being broken. Absolutely.
So,
Just like,
are you denying that a Muslim man over here have more than one wife?
am I also denying that British
Yes or
brothers
no?
are getting married to their sisters? No. What was the point of the argument? People are breaking laws. You're right. So what?
That's not the one of my questions.
That's an issue to do with the government. What's that got to do with kick the Muslims out?
No, that's not a question. Are you denying that a Muslim man over here more than?
What about the Jewish courts? Yeah,
Why
what about
you avoiding an
them?
answer?
But not. There you go. When it comes to Jewish courts, not.
Not my question either.
Muslim, they're not following the Quran. But in the Quran, one wife.
Jewish courts are internal.
Well, you agree with Jewish courts?
They're in the community.
They're in the community.
That's a bit whataboutery.
When it comes up, but hey, I'm fine with this whataboutery when it reveals hypocrisy.
What about?
They don't go against the country's
Oh, so if it doesn't go against the country, then it's okay. What about the Sikh courts?
We had the civil.
Oh, come on, where
What
are
about the Sikh courts?
Where are there Sikh
You don't think there are
courts?
Sikh courts?
Where?
In London?
Where?
In London.
Come and show them.
Well,
In
Google
Southall.
it. It's there.
Sikh
Doesn't have to be, in Sikh courts, absolutely.
Southall probably does have the biggest community.
Yeah,
of Sikhs.
absolutely. You should know this. Weren't you running for Reform
I wasn't
councillor?
No, general election
General electoral flip it next
in
year.
Southall.
You need to get your act together, mate.
So come on, United Emirates not sending students here anymore.
Yeah, so what?
Doesn't that worry you?
Why would it worry me?
That
What?
the government or whoever, the authorities of United
Yeah,
Emirates
North Korea doesn't send their students
believe
here.
Britain is so dodgy that they don't want their students coming here anymore.
You
Doesn't
think,
that concern you?
Do you think UAE is a good standard for Western countries?
All I'm saying is they are concerned about their youth coming to Britain.
So is North Korea.
Well, they don't send their youth anywhere. What are you talking about?
But they're also concerned about sending them over here, looking at your websites.
Well, you know, I'm looking
There's
at
nothing
Sikh
wrong with
courts.
whataboutery if you're exposing hypocrisy, Steve. You should know this.
All right, so you pick and choose. So it doesn't worry you. You don't join the United.
I'm
my
very
God,
worried
it's
that
it's
Kim
bloody
Jong-un is not
selfie
gracing
time.
us with his presence.
No, not really. So do you think United Emirates have a
Whose
point?
mic is this? This is taking the piss.
So you don't think United Emirates have a point about extremism in Britain? He doesn't want to talk, does he? Are you worried about the Muslim Brotherhood in Britain?
When they say Muslim Brotherhood, they imply Islam in general. They don't want.
No, they what?
Yeah,
United
they don't like
Emirates?
political
United
Islam.
Emirates.
Yeah, because it,
So you
it
don't have a
affects
problem.
their power.
You don't have a problem with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Muslim Brotherhood, according to the UK, they're designated as an extremist organization,
No,
right?
Well, they're not banned. They're not.
Or a terrorist
prescribed.
organisation.
No, they're not. No, they're working. They're here with impunity. There's no.
Yeah, I got no comment about the
You have
British
no comment about the.
because
Muslim,
apparently
no,
I
we're
have
talking about the Muslim Brotherhood.
because I have so
the
much freedom of speech over here.
organisation.
I'm not worried at all that if I say something on camera, that it can be taken and
Are you
tomorrow
worried, what, you're
prevents me
worried that the
knocking on my
Muslim
door.
Brotherhood might target you if you say
No,
something
what I'm
negative?
worried about is if I give my honest opinion about certain groups,
what's the
even
Muslim
it
Brotherhood?
can be clipped and then it can affect my.
Well, no, not if you're
travelling.
clearly being critical about them.
No, because even if I'm talking about.
There are many Muslim countries that ban
You know-
the
you know-
Muslim Brotherhood.
you know
it's
Mus-
not going to prevent your travel to
I know
Muslim
what you're saying. I know,
countries.
but here's the thing: Muslim Brotherhood, whenever it's referred to, it doesn't always refer to the political entity. Sometimes
What else is there?
it refers to political Islam. That anyone who talks about going against a ruler can be regarded as Muslim Brotherhood, Ikhwani, this and that.
I'm
So
not
that's why I'm
sure
saying.
about that.
no,
It's a
no,
specific organisation, a specific entity.
No,
Most
but-
people know that's what you're
Steve,
talking about.
no.
They
it's
used to.
not- it's not
Their
like
office used to be in Cricklewood. It might still be, for all I know.
that. Yeah, you've also seen certain UAE guys on GB News as well
I'm not
saying.
focusing on UAE. I'm focusing
Well,
on
that
the
was
concern
your main
about.
point.
Well, because it's them that happen to have stopped sending their students here because they're so damn
well,
concerned.
it's their choice, isn't it? If
So
they believe that if their students possibly come over here and they start adopting political Islam, it can go and destabilize their country.
And you're okay with political Islam?
Yeah, we don't believe in separation of church and state. But we should have a longer conversation, I think. Properly.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.